مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
Good morning, students. This is Mr. Mohamed Abdel Fattah, and welcome to our new reading lesson. This is Unit 3B, and this is our new lesson for today. Today is a reading lesson which I hope you will find so interesting and beneficial at the same time. So please, let's talk about our objectives which we are expected to achieve by the end of today's lesson. By the end of this video, you are expected to skim a text to work out the main purpose of an article. Next, we have to recognize the relevant sentences to fill in a gapped text. Our text for today is going to be gapped with spaces. These spaces need to be filled with sentences. Okay? Now, next, you are expected to scan the text to elicit the meanings of new vocabulary items and match them with their definitions. I hope you find today's lesson so exciting, and I expect you to be such interactive participants as usual. Let's start our tasks for today's lesson. First of all, gentlemen, we have got these warming up questions which we are asked to think about. How do you feel when someone does something nice for you and without expecting anything in return? These are personal questions which are expected to provide your own answers. Another question is, have you ever done anything to help someone without expecting anything in return? What was it? After you think about the questions for a minute, please let's check these sample answers. Yes, the first question, I am pleasantly surprised and feel grateful when someone does something good for me. They also restore my faith in human nature and kindness and make me believe that there is a better world out there. In short, they make me a better human being. Next question. Have you ever done anything to help someone without expecting anything in return? What was it? The answer is, I have helped my friends, my classmates, with their studies because I wanted them to do well in the exams. I have also helped an elderly couple take their shopping bags to their car. Gentlemen, these were just warming up questions. I think they give enough clue that we are going to read a text about charity or helping other people, something which is related to that. Please, let's go ahead. Dear students, this is our first reading task. It is skimming. When you do skimming, you are reading the text silently and quickly for 2 minutes to work out the answer for a question. This is exercise B. Read the text quickly without paying attention to the missing sentences. What is the purpose of this article? As usual, my dear students, we stop the video for a minute or two until we finish reading to decide our answers. Now, can we check the answer, please? We have got 4 suggested answers. What is the purpose of this article? A. To point out the amount of kindness that exists in the world. B. To persuade people that they should be kinder towards each other. C. To ask for help in finding out the identities of unknown heroes. D. To show people that someone will always help them when they are in need. Right? The best answer is A. To point out the amount of kindness that exists in the world. Although we are expected to read the whole text quickly and silently, but I'd like to draw your attention that we can work out the answer just from the first paragraph. Please look at the first paragraph. We have to read this sentence, please. I made it my mission to search for and bring some of these stories to my readers' attention and remind them of the goodness that exists in human nature. I think the sentence which we have just read is enough clue to the answer which we have selected. Thank you, gentlemen. Now let's go ahead with a more detailed reading task, which we are going to deal with filling in the gapped sentences. Please, let's go ahead. Welcome back again, gentlemen. Now we have to deal with a more detailed task in which we are going to work out the relationship between sentences to work out the correct context of the text. With exercise C, we have got these sentences from A to G, and we are asked to read them and read the text to fill in the gapped sentences with relevant options. It is clear, gentlemen, that we need some time to stop the video, read the text silently and carefully, this time maybe for 5 minutes, and to select our best options carefully. Now, let's check the gaps, please. Gap 1, what is the correct option? Right, this is D. If someone is puzzled, please, let's read the sentences together, starting from the beginning of the paragraph. When a stressed commuter bumps into you on the underground, or a tired waitress is rude to you, you may end up disappointed with people. Now let's go ahead with the filling sentence, which is D. In our busy lives, we tend to focus on the negative and overlook the many acts of human kindness that are all around us. Let's continue the text. I made it my mission to search for and bring some of these stories to my readers' attention and remind them of the goodness that exists in human nature. This is a persuasive answer. Let's go on to space 2. I think this is a correct answer. Thank you for your interaction. 2 requires sentence C. Okay, let's check it together. You can find kind-hearted people lending others a hand just about anywhere. Yes, with the filling. What's amazing though is when a person goes to extraordinary lengths to help a complete stranger. It is even more so when they do not want their identity ever to be revealed. This is a very good answer. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for your hard work. Let's go ahead with our task. Now, gentlemen, with space number 3. I think you can guess the answer. Very good answer. This is A. Now, how can we work it out? Please, let's read together. I only wish I could express my appreciation in person. The sentence. This, however, is something he will never get the chance to do. The kidney donor opted to remain anonymous. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a good participation. Now we go ahead with our spaces. Dear students, the following target is space 5. If you read it for a minute, you are going to work out the answer. Very good. This is sentence B. So the context goes on like this. When the ambulance arrived, the boy had disappeared. No one, including the driver he had saved, ever found out his identity. However, his heroic act has proven to be an inspiration to others. After that incident, I didn't ever want to feel that helpless again. Ian reveals. Thank you. Please, let's deal with the following space. Gentlemen, this is our final space, which is space number 6. If you reflect on it for a minute, yes, that's right. The answer is F. Very good participation. In this case, the context goes on like this. He was eating lunch at a sandwich shop a few months ago when he asked for the bill and found that someone had already paid for his food. Okay, the completion is, even though it was a simple gesture, it had a big influence on him. Feeling that someone cared gave Dave the courage he needed to look at life more optimistically, and soon he found a new job. Dear friends, we now move on to our final task for today's lesson, which is exercise D. Exercise D is vocabulary work. Let's read it together. Look at the highlighted words in the text and match them with their meanings. Then check your answers in a dictionary. So, we are asked to match the highlighted words, which are commuter, diagnose, opt, bewildering, deed, compassionate. Commuter, yes, this is C. Somebody who regularly travels a long distance between work and home. Good answer. Number 2, diagnose. When you find someone who is ill, you try to diagnose his disease, to find out his disease. So the definition is E. To find out what illness somebody has after examining him or her. Nice. Good participation. We move on to the word opt. Right, this is D. Opt means to choose or prefer. Thank you. Number 4, bewildering. This is right, F. It is confusing. Number 5, deed. Right, this is B. An action that somebody does that is usually very good or very bad. Good job, gentlemen. Now we deal with our final vocabulary item, which is compassionate. That's excellent answer. Compassionate is A, showing kindness to others. It means to be merciful. Thank you, gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed and benefited from today's lesson. Let's hope to see you again in our following lessons. Thank you very much and goodbye.
مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.